A woman crouches beyond a white line with people either side of her. She then sprints for 50 feet or 15 metres, stops and turns around. Soon she is surrounded by people who ignore her. What's happening? A woman crouches beyond a white line with people either side of her. She then sprints for 50 feet or 15 metres, stops and turns around. Soon she is surrounded by people who ignore her. What's happening?
Well, I mean, we're being led, I think, to think of, some sort of track meet scenario.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Do you think that's a misdirection? Because the first thought I had in my mind is maybe it was a race. And sometimes people don't go to the porta potty or the bathroom because they're running, and they'll just kind of go or crouch down and do their business and finish the race. And people are kind of like, okay, we're staying away from that.
You would be ignoring that person.
Yes,
very
you would
much.
be ignoring that person. So you're trying to play it cool. You're like, I did not see all that stuff in their shorts.
That was unnecessarily graphic.
Yes. Yeah. We were ready to move on. But just the last detail,
Sorry.
the parting shot there. Yeah.
I have no social skills.
My first thought was that it might be a false start at a track and field event because you're crouching in the blocks, you get up, you run, and there is no one else going. The gun didn't go. I think there's an alarm that sounds if you go off early. So after about 15 meters, you would stop and you would turn around and come back again. But that doesn't feel like a lateral answer to me.
Yeah. I feel like we're not necessarily looking for a weird edge case here. We're looking for something just hiding before us.
She runs, she stops, and she goes, she sprints, and then she returns.
She turns around.
Yes.
She turns around.
Turns around.
Bonnie Tyler.
Okay.
Doing total... No, sorry. Sorry, I heard the words turn around and my brain just activated.
I think that's an automatic trigger for any Brit, I think.
It'll be playing in my head for the rest of this segment, no doubt. Is this a person maybe who's like they're working in a meta capacity at like a track event, like maybe a videographer or a photog or somebody like where they're not the person performing, but they kind of have to mirror some of the actions. I don't know.
We are not at a track and field event.
Okay,
All
God,
right.
it's hard to
So I'm gonna
peel
move
my
you
brain
away
away
from
from there.
So my thought is some other sporting thing. But that's not really my specialty.
I'm going to move you away from sport as well.
Okay.
Okay.
White
running.
lines.
I like
crouching.
disappointing people. This is excellent.
A school setting, a drill, maybe.
Something military, perhaps. I don't know. Like
I will say, if you can work out what she's doing, then the where might follow afterwards. But the action itself might be a way in here. Because it is important that she turns around.
Crouch behind a white line, sprint 15 meters, turn round. Okay.
Maybe she doesn't want to miss something that's behind her, but she wants to keep moving forward.
I mean, it feels like a very regimented distance that, this is the distance you do it.
You are setting off an explosive and the fuse is way too short.
Yeah.
But you want to be close enough to see it.
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you're not going to go to all that
like
trouble and not see it.
fireworks.
It's like when you, as a kid, launching fireworks. Like, it's fine, don't need to.
Right.
Okay, I'm running now.
Yeah.
And people would ignore her because they're currently going, ooh.
Don't play
in
with
the sky.
fireworks, kids.
No.
Okay.
She is turning around to face a friend.
Okay. But it's she's
Oh.
facing a friend.
Maybe I mean, the photographer angle is nice. Maybe she's trying to take a picture of her friend and trying to line it up. Maybe it's like those Pisa, Leaning Tower of Pisa, where they're trying to do a pinchy photo
Maybe
or something.
she's the one being photographed.
She has to set the timer on her camera and jog back to position.
She's an influencer. She's doing a selfie.
You're getting there.
15 meters, though. Like, that's, about 3-5 seconds at a good... If you're going to speed up, slow down, it's about the length of time a camera will take on a timer.
Oh, I see.
It's a pretty long distance, to be taking a selfie, right? At 50 feet.
It is. And to be
Yes.
leaving your camera equipment there.
So she was with a friend. So so someone else was looking after the camera.
Okay.
She is Wile E. Coyote in a cartoon and has run out over the cliff and is just doing the realization to turn back and get the picture before gravity kicks in.
Oh, Daniel, you did say once we figure out kind of her activity, then the place and her whereabouts will come into focus.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's something.
Because she turns around and then soon after that, she's surrounded by people who ignore her.
Oh, I forgot that part. I completely forgot that part of the question.
Yeah. Runs out with a friend, facing a friend, surrounded by people who ignore her, yet are surrounding her.
Oh, it's one of those long exposure photos. No, the sprinting doesn't make sense then. I thought it was like she's standing steady and all the people around her are blurred.
For like an artistic effect.
But that doesn't.
Okay.
The sprint doesn't make sense. You don't need to take time to go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of like a natural phenomenon, like a geyser or something where you have to time it to some external event maybe, but the people ignoring
Maybe
surrounding
what
her.
do the people do? Maybe the people are paying attention to something else that's more important. Maybe it's like the Mona Lisa situation.
That crossing in Japan, Shibuya, where there's just so many people going past, and there are so many people with cameras there that they just ignore them all the time.
Tom, that's correct.
Hey!
Whoa!
Because you have to.
You have to cross.
So what's going on?
Because after a few seconds, the light will change. The people will not be in position. She wants to get there. Oh, no, she wants to get there ahead of everyone else.
There
she
we
wants
go.
to get the crossing while it's
Clear.
empty.
There we go. She's taking a photo at Shibuya pedestrian crossing. She wants to be in the middle without the crowds.
Wow.
It has to just book it.
This is the famous Shibuya Scramble pedestrian crossing in Japan. User Banana Peel 290 on TikTok posted a video of herself sprinting to the middle of the crossing, then turning around so that her friend could take the photo. And then sprinting ahead of the crowds allowed her friend to take a clear shot before she swarmed either side by people using the crossing.
The people on each side. Yes. Oh.
There is a film studio in Japan that has built a replica crossing. Like, there's a lot of green screen around it for the detailed parts, but they have duplicated every bit of curb and every pavement and every line just so people can film without having to get permission.
They'll still issue you tickets. It's that accurate.
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.